Ja gut, dann machen wir jetzt mal aus und raus. Versuchen dann die Hinweise zu finden. Hey!
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa!
Wo kommt der plötzlich her?
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
Hört die ganze
You were
Zeit
gone for
Musik.
Ah.
ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Hat der etwa AirPods drin?
Diese riesen Kopfhörer an.
Ach so, aber das ist doch das Akasha.
Was? Nein.
Ach, du meinst die an der Seite hier?
Seine Kopfhörer, der hat ein Headset auf.
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Oh, was könnte der sein, Eike?
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing.
Er ist so geheimnisvoll und attraktiv. Mir fällt nichts ein. Wobei, gäbe es so einiges, was für einen Namen man ihm geben könnte, oder?
Buchstabler.
Buchstabler? Ich hätte ihn wahrscheinlich irgendwas mit irgendwas wegen seinen grauen Haaren genannt, weil wir wissen ja, Leute mit grauen Haaren in Anime, das sind die mysteriösen und die geheimnisvollen. Als wüssten es die nicht alte Leute sind.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so
Alte
hard.
Leute färben sich die Haare violett.
In
Japan.
In Japan, ja. Ich dachte jetzt,
Ja, in Japan.
dachte
Jetzt
jetzt,
muss man sich fragen, warum Ei violette Haare hat.
weil die Leute von...
Ja, Blitze sind ja auch so violett.
Ja, na gut. Das kommt aber auch das kommt auch damit zu tun, dass miHoYo Anime-Fans sind. Wir wissen ja, die japanische Haare haben ja einen Farbcode, ne? Von wegen, das ist der Charakter, ne? und so
Blende
weiter.
den nicht nochmal ein.
Den Farbcode? Von Animes? Nein. Nö. Ich glaube, das kann man Leute auch selbst nachgoogeln.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate.
Guck mal, da ist sogar ein Kabel dran.
An der Seite, ja.
Das geht an seinem Bauch runter. Der hat einen MP3.
Über die Schulter, ja, da, von rechts runter, über den Nacken und dann kommt links wieder runter. Das sind für fette Kabel.
Anyway, you plan to leave Aaru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Ja?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Und demnächst dann im miHoYo Merch-Shop zu kaufen, nicht wahr, Eike?
Enough with the silent treatment!
Zeit zum Nachdenken?
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aaru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Irgendwann machen sie miteinander rum.
Yeah, you're all
Er ist mit
talk.
Tanari verheiratet.
Ach, ist er das?
While you
Also
were
die beiden verhalten sich wie
investigating,
ein altes
I had my
Ehepaar.
own work to do, which I've now finished.
Und er ist der... Und Zyno ist der...
Sino.
Zyno ist der Ehemann, der bringt immer die Dad-Jokes. Kennt man ja.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Sino never heard such bullshit.
Ja, der kocht wahrscheinlich in der drin. Was, du hast einen Hinweis, den ich nicht gefunden habe?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
She?
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aaru village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
Was könnte er meinen?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons.
Ja, wie zum Beispiel diesen einen, den wir getroffen haben. Du weißt schon, der mit dem Schnurrbart. Wo wir gefragt haben, hey, hast du den Opa gesehen? Ich wette, er meint den.
Nein.
Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aaru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
Aber wer könnte dieser jemand sein?
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived.
Oh, wer könnte es sein? Oh. Das würde erklären, weswegen sie so super nervös gewesen ist.
The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Falls man es vergessen hat.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
Ah.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aaru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Daher weiß sie es auch. Na gut, sie hätte es auch von anderen hören können, aber ja.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it.
Wir sind ja das freundliche Du. Mit uns werden die Leute reden. Beziehungsweise Palmer, die ist ja die meiste, die redet.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Ashani heißt sie.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm
Schon
aware of where you stand, but
Ja, stimmt.
how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Oh, das ist noch eine Zeitherausforderung.
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Das werden wir wahrscheinlich hinbekommen.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Ja, klar.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
Nein, wahrscheinlich eher nicht.
Why is that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Soll man das voraussagen? Mein Bestes tun. Ja, das versuchen wir schon seit über 100, wie viel Folgen?
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really be residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru.
Kann man das quasi als Rassismus bezeichnen?
Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Eike wird jetzt mal im AFK gehen, ja?
Ja.
Naja. Ja, er ist leider ja noch ein bisschen krank. Dann schauen wir uns erstmal an, was sie uns auch zu erzählen hat.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives.
Ja, aber ist das wirklich so oder vermutest du es einfach nur?
Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Crying? Heulen? Oder heulen? In welchem Sinne? Meint sie Tier heulen oder meint sie heulen im Sinne von Wein?
There are ghosts?
Oder Geister, ja.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Wo ist die Quelle?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Oh, ein Krankenhaus in einem Videospiel. Oh. Ja, hoffentlich sehen wir jetzt keine Krankenschwestern ohne Gesichter.
Yeah, let's go!
Oder vielleicht, wie heißt das? Irgendwelche Geister. Da muss ich direkt wieder an so ein Let's Play von Witcher 2 denken. Da war ja auch dieses alte, stillgelegte Krankenhaus im Wald. Also hier können wir auch hin teleportieren. Nicht direkt. Hier schon mal? Anscheinend nicht. Obwohl, doch, ich glaube, hier war ich einmal schon mal gewesen. Aber kam nicht viel weiter, weil diese... Oh, na, komm.
Don't blink!
Bam, bam. Achso, mach mal Wasser, Hülle drauf.
With all my strength! Go! Incoming! Hey!
Ab. Wo kommst du denn her? Ja, wie gesagt, ich glaube, ich war hier. Stimmt, ich war hier schon mal, kam aber nicht weiter, weil das hier. Naja.
Oh,
Ah,
is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
das kommt in der Wüste mal
Empty and
vor.
forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Monsters, watch out!
Erstmal anlocken. Na toll, Hilchels und hier auch noch die. Ja, ist das ja diese Wüstensöldner.
Positions. Speed of light.
Ach, schade. Hätte ihn eigentlich hier die Dendro-Schotengranate eigentlich noch treffen müssen. Egal.
Hold the line.
Oh, nicht das ganze Gras.
Don't blink. Hey.
Pop, pop, pop. Einfach stehen bleiben, genau. Ah. Das sind wieder Gegner, die extra für die Quest erstellt wurden. Deswegen lassen die nichts fallen.
With all my strength. Incoming.
Oh. Ach nee, Quatsch. Deswegen haben sie auch extra dabei. Denn wir wissen ja, weswegen macht man das Feld? Natürlich, um es mit... Oh. Um es mit Dendro oder Elektro zu kreuzen. Autsch.
Positions. Dance with the waves. Hi.
Ja, komm, bleib mit stehen. Dieses habe ich ihre Fähigkeit dann nochmal um eine Nummer, die Lernfähigkeit für ihre Ulti nochmal um einen Punkt erhöht. Ah! Autsch!
Allow me. With all my strength. They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
Leichter als erwartet?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Tildo und laufen einfach weiter. Ja, er schaut immer extrem serious.
This is the one.
Hey, praktisch.
Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, Alhaitham, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Es wäre eine ziemliche Verschwendung, wenn wir das alles hier gebaut hätten, ohne irgendeinen Hinweis.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then... I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read?
Das hat er immer dabei anscheinend. Ich wollte gerne mal wissen, was da drin steht.
What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Ja, stimmt, genau. Das habe ich auch gerade gedacht.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
Seht das jetzt als Philosophie oder als Physik?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Vielleicht sollten wir dir Lesen und Schreiben beibringen. Also, ein bisschen lesen kannst du ja.
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Ganz toll, ganz brav. Ja, hier hast du ein Leckerli. Und schon ist wieder Nacht.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Ach so, das ist im Spiel. Ich dachte jetzt, wo kommt das her?
What was that sound?
There it is.
Lass mich raten. Es ist bestimmt der Geist eines ehemaligen Patienten, der hier gestorben ist.
It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Außer durch diese offensichtliche, offensichtliche Falltür.
Something is off about the interior here.
Oder Bodenklappe. Ominös.
As I thought. There's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Was? Achso, Inventar stehlen in der Umgebung des Krankenhauses?